Hi, and welcome to an episode of Preacher Tech. Today I want to talk about this Optiquest Q51 that I picked up and the journey I went on with it to get it working and what I'm hoping to use it for. So first off, why would I even want to have something like this? Well, I grew up with tech like this, and I remember going down the aisle of the local Office Depot while my dad was picking up some office chairs or my mom was buying some paper and drooling over the then new computers and their monitors. So now that I have all this stuff, and it's just old, and I'm old, and I find myself filled with nostalgia when I see them, and I hate the idea of them being destroyed or being recycled. The other reason that I gravitate to these old screens is that for playing my old systems, I learned a long time ago that for me, CRTs just looked better. Maybe more authentic would be a bit more accurate. I've had a lot of them over the years, including a PVM, some Trinitrons, the holy grail sets of the CRT community. But recently, due to the economy, I've been emulating games for, reasons. I want to maintain that CRT classic look, but I also want to be able to hook up a PC or even Mac to it, since my principal unit is a Mac. So when I saw the Optiquest, it was hard not to want to bring it home. I'm still sourcing out an adapter to hook it to my Mac, but in the meantime, I've been using this handy device to hook my Wii and PS2 to it. But when I turned it on the first time, I was a little disappointed. The unit was incredibly dark, and after a little reading, it was apparent to me that this was a common problem for this model and for its age. But rather than just give up and throw it away, I decided to try and do something about it. I should preface this by saying that I have large, uncoordinated hands. I am not a trained technician in any sort of way. I'm just an enthusiast. Reaching into small places and performing delicate operations is not what I do best. I was also a bit intimidated by the amount of voltage these old sets can carry. One touch in a bad place can be very dangerous. But I did my homework, removed the screws, opened her up, and it was filthy inside. But after a little cleaning with some compressed air, I found what I was looking for. A small potentiometer wheel that I turned while the unit was plugged in until I dialed in a brightness that I was happy with. After putting it all back together, these were the results. It now looks great, and I'm looking forward to testing it out some more. Well, except for one more minor issue. I soon after this picked up an IBM monitor. I've not tested it yet, but if it displays great, then I think it might be my favorite setup simply because it's black. I know I said I prefer the old aesthetic, and while I hold to that, I've also always liked black versions whenever they were available. Even the Q51 came in black, and I'm sure that the color held up much better than the beige, and the Q51 is looking kind of faded. Regardless of whether I decide to keep or sell the Q51, I'm glad that I rescued it from simply being thrown out. I always did like the brand, and I've had a few of them over the years. Also, they just do not make these anymore, so anything we can do to keep them around a little longer, I think we should. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like and subscribe, all that stuff. And if games and reviews are things that you're interested in, I have several of those types of videos on my main channel, which I will link in the description. I hope you have a great day. God bless.